The debate today takes place against the backdrop of the closure of the Rhodes campus after female student protest ostensibly about a so-called rape culture on the campus. A few months ago, South Africa saw many protests taking place at different institutions about steep fee increases and a slow pace of transformation at these institutions. And clearly, by their own admission today, the EFF admits that they were behind the violent protest action which destroyed campuses. Let me make it abundantly
Order, honourable
clear.
members. Order. Order, honourable members. Honourable Mbata, you had your chance. Continue, Honourable Killian.
Let me make it abundantly clear. The ANC respects the right of all South Africans to exercise their hard-won right to protest, as enshrined in the Constitution, peacefully. Students have every right to express their dissatisfaction about academic exclusion of poor students who cannot fund the gap between NSFAS funding and university fees. Or they can protest against the perceived rape culture or the lack of transformation or outsourcing. But however justified their grievances, we cannot condone the chaos, violence, criminal conduct and vandalization of property that has regrettably become a feature of some campus protests under the leadership of the EFF. During the last round of student protests, as Professor Pizzoli has said, 300 million rand, and the total has not been calculated completely. 3 universities still have to calculate the damage. This wanton destruction has no place in a constitutional democracy. Perpetrators have to face the full might of the law, and university leadership should take firm action and expel those students who do not take the route of constructive engagement. However, we do appeal to university leadership to also demonstrate a genuine commitment to resolving issues of slow institutional transformation and academic exclusion, and to not expect government alone to wave a magic wand. Universities, in their commendable efforts to improve their academic ranking, should avoid the temptation of narrow institutional interest. If our nation fails to produce the critical skills we need to drive a modern, globally competitive economy, we will become a failed state and a failed nation. Therefore, our national interest is paramount. Let me just highlight a few extra of our achievements in the past 20 years. University participation rate has increased, and that is a very important critical factor that should be assessed. We have a totally representative student population. Where we started from, we have more than 2/3 of our student population being Black South Africans. We have more female than male students. In fact, the males will have to pick up their socks. Over 50 million in loans and bursaries have been channeled through NSFAS to benefit 1.7 million poor students, Honourable Mbata. If you can't count, don't blame us. The number of doctoral graduates per annum more than doubled.
Honourable Killian,
Despite
Honourable
severe...
Killian, there's just a point of order I want to take. What's the point of order, Honourable Member?
Yes, thank you very much, Chair.
Order, Honourable Members.
Thank you very much, Chair of Chairs. My point of order is she referring when she was in the Nationalist Party or now?
Honourable Member,
I'm a little bit
that's
confused.
not a point of order. That's a point
confused.
that you can debate at a later stage, but not now.
She was in the Nationalist Party.
Take your seat, Honourable
She
Member.
can't accuse us.
Take your seat.
We're liberating ourselves.
Take your seat, Honourable Member. Continue, Honourable Member.
Despite severe budgetary constraints and competing social needs,
Order, Honourable Members.
government demonstrated its commitment to strengthening the university sector through Vote 15 in the current financial year. University education was allocated the largest chunk of the higher education budget. It receives close to 40 million, with an increase of 12.7% in real terms from last year. And let me just focus on the steep increase of NSFAS funding for loans and bursaries to students. 11.215 billion is allocated to students. That shows commitment. We do need more funding for this sector, but money alone cannot fix it. We need a combined effort and all-round commitment from government, universities, the private sector, and students, as well as their parents, to overcome some of the challenges. Let me name some of them. Too few black graduates choose a career in academia. The NGAP program introduced last year will hopefully begin to address this problem. Secondly, NSFAS funding helps to expand access, but fee structures at universities will have to be regulated. It does not help that government puts extra money in NSFAS, but fees keep rising. So therefore, we welcome the appointment of the Commission. Thirdly, male-dominated leadership structures at most universities suggest that women still face a glass ceiling when it comes to leadership positions at universities. Councils will have to address this issue. Fourthly, our throughput rate remains poor. It is improved, but it remains poor, which suggests that additional academic programs for support for students will have to be introduced at institutional level. The high student dropout rate and poor throughput rates costs our country dearly. It is a very serious waste of human and financial resources.
Honourable Member, your time is now expired.
In conclusion,
No, your time is expired, Honourable Member. Thank
should
you.
take the lead in transforming society and embrace constitutional values. I thank you.